Hello, Owen. Give me just a second. Let me get my counter pulled up and my big screen. No, that's not what I needed. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Good afternoon. I'm back for more fossil reviving. Hopefully I will actually manage to do 300 today. Sorry I didn't yesterday. I got off stream and laid down and slept for an hour and a half. But I do feel more awake today, so that's a good thing. Hopefully I'll get this shiny today and I can move on to hunting the second one for Amistar. Not today, then maybe tomorrow. Assuming, of course, I am at shiny charm odds, which I suppose I should be. I know shiny charm odds don't affect trades, but I'm not certain if they affect the fossil hunts. Yes, I have another fossil for you. I have so many fossils for you, dude. Just let me mass revive them. I mean, there's 6 Pokeballs in the machine next to you. Hope everybody had a good evening. I had a pretty good one. We ended up not going to the drive-in yesterday, but hopefully we'll do it today. Dad got home and he was all worn out and it ended up raining. And so we didn't go. Hopefully though, according to the weather, despite us being in for a couple of hours of rain here sometime in the next hour, hopefully this evening will be clear. Cause I want to go to the movies. It's been forever since we've been to the drive-in. I finally ran out of lemonade, so I'm back to water. Which is probably good. Pinned asleep on the little table next to me, and Stella's asleep either half under the bed or behind the papasan chair. Naps all around except for me. Yes, I'm talking about you. He has really taken a liking to that. I did wash the blanket the other day. That might be part of it too. Because even the animals seem to appreciate it when I wash the bedclothes. But the little table with my Captain America blanket on it has been his favorite place to lay. He probably feels safe. He's got my desk on one side of him and a wall on the other, so maybe he feels kind of boxed in. Whew. Oh, good lord, there goes the yawning again. There's a small part of me that has been debating on going through Naruto and watching like some of the really good well-animated episodes. The Naruto Sasuke fight's always good. The Naruto Pain or Pain, depending on whichever version you prefer, fights are good. They're so nicely animated. But also, I've never actually watched the ending of Naruto. To be fair, though, Naruto was one of those animes where I'd stop watching it for like a year, and then I'd go back and watch a ton of episodes, and then I'd stop watching it for a year and a half, and then I'd go back and watch a bunch of episodes. Get my light here. There we go. And God, there was so much filler in Shudapin. So much filler. Like, we got almost an entire season or two worth of filler for Naruto Shudapin while they were waiting for the manga to, like, get so far ahead before they could start doing more episodes. Alright, let me check some of these real fast, because my mind drifted for a moment. So I was one behind. Okay, for some reason, my brain is like, hey, that last one that was you revived 2 fossils ago was shiny, and it's like, no, it wasn't. It's like, yes, it was. I've been watching these shorts this dude does where he's kind of making fun of the different Minecraft players and stuff, talking about that one friend who doesn't know what they're doing, or the one friend who only wants to do a farm while you go and do everything else, or the one player who you get off and when you're able to get on 2 days later, they've gone and just defeated the entirety of the game on accident. I can't say anything. I'm always the person on a server who like feeds everyone else. People in chat will be like, hey, I'm going here. It's like, hey, get me some seeds. Got on a realm once, and this is years ago when realms were, this was Pocket, so it's Bedrock? Bedrock. Because that's how was my introduction to Minecraft really, was Bedrock Edition, me playing. And we had these guys who we would get a new realm done up because of a major update or something, and it was, and I'd get on, you know, a couple of hours after the realm was finished because I was busy doing something, and they'd have stuff set aside for me. Here, we got some iron, and we made you a hoe, and we've collected seeds, you know, for you from where we've done the grass and stuff. Okay, awesome. And 2 days later, I'm still working on my house or a big farm or something, and they've gone and defeated the end dragon. Like, hey, we're in the end, do you want anything? And it's like, purpur and endstone? Okay, they bring me back like a stack of purpur and endstone for the farm. Had one guy thought he was gonna be smart with me, just kind of teasing. And he's like, I've seen all those lanterns at your place. He's like, I demand 4 stacks of netherwort for it. So I cleared out my netherwort section on my farm and gave him 11. Like, there you go. You're like, okay, that works. Like, yeah. I kind of missed that realm. It's really sad though, because we had a point in time where, like, over, I want to say it was a Christmas break, we had the biggest majority of our players and stuff on, and had 2 or 3 new players, and we were making pathways through the nether for traveling to various locations and whatnot, and for whatever reason, we had a major hiccup, and they had set the server back by a week, and that kind of just killed a bunch of people's motivation to be on the server. Bless you, Corvette. I poke him every while. It's like, hey, re-invite me to the stuff. I think last time I was on one of his ones, he ended up having to reset it because a big glitch happened with the update. I'm gonna be sad. But it was still lots of fun. Bless him, this is a dude who had one build and it was always a castle. And we always knew it was his because it was always the same castle. Of course, then I managed to finally get Java in. My friends like, nope, come on, you're playing on our server, and I'd go back on occasion, but I also gotta be in the right mood for Minecraft. Dude, I've given you 731 of these guys. We know the Helix fossils are Omanytes. You know, if Pokemon Company wanted to make a piece of jewelry and make it nerdy, they could make a charm bracelet or even a necklace that had, like, the little charms of the Pokemon fossils on it. I think that'd be cute. I might have to look that up later, see if maybe some artist out there has done them out of, like, clay or something. Excuse me, apparently I'm gonna get the hiccups. We are 2 weeks and a day away from the Pokemon Presents. I'm still curious to see what all we'll see. If we'll start getting 30th anniversary stuff a little bit this year. Because there's so many like legendaries and stuff now that they might have to start a little early. We should, unless they decide to make it next year, we should be getting shiny Koraidon and Miraidon this year. And then maybe shiny Terapagos or Ogerpon before Gen 10 releases. But we'll have to wait and see for those. Because Scarlet and Violet don't really have a third legendary for Miraidon and Koraidon. There's no Eternatus to make a final distribution of. Like I said, they might decide to push those back to next year for 30th anniversary stuff. I never know, really. There is a part of me that would love to see them give some shiny legendaries for 30th anniversary. I would love shiny mythicals, but don't much see that happening. I mean, it could. We don't know, but I have my doubts. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Pokemon Champions. Because as much as I'm not a competitive battler, that does look like it would be kind of fun. We'll have to see what all it involves, though. Because, I mean, honestly, it's a way for them to bring all the game gimmicks together. But it will be interesting to see how items and things work. I imagine it'll be kind of like Pocket, where you have battles against NPCs. And then you level up and earn money and stuff from those, and then you can get the items and whatnot for competitive. I need to go back and rewatch all the trailers, honestly. Whew. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm so yawny now. Well, I can make a guess. It's getting gray and rainy out, but been trying to give more thought to my Legends EA team again as well for for half a reason. I'm really very tempted to use another frou-frou. But that might be a second playthrough thing for me to do or something. I really shouldn't be trying to team build, considering we don't know what all is going to be in this game. And we don't know if we're getting Colossian Pokemon, which I still think it's fairly reasonable that we will. None of them will probably get a Mega. But that's fine. I'm not much of a Mega user anyways. I mean, I went around and collected all the stones I could in Y, but I would never used them much. I'd use them a couple of times, or when it was like convenient for story wise. But other than just doing it to popping a Mega Stone to do a Mega Stone, I didn't really use them much in battle. Even in Let's Go Pikachu, when Lance and Blue, I wanted to call him Gary for a moment, do their Mega Evolutions, generally I don't. Of course, with the new battle system, that might change dependency on it. Will also still be interesting to see if we do end up with Eternal Flower at the end of the game. Nice chill kind of music. Having a fun time yesterday, just kind of looking through cookie jars. For no real reason other than the sudden desire to look at various cookie jars, and I found one that's of Dorothy and like Toto. It's like a bust, more or less. It's like their shoulders up, and it looks cursed. Like, yeah, that's definitely gonna poison your cookies. She's behind me, snoozing. Quit nodding at me, dude. You look like, one of those, what are they, the dippy birds? The ones that you, like, sit in front of a glass of water and it goes back and forth and looks like it's getting a drink. Come on. Whew. Good Lord. You good, Bubba? See you over there yawning. You followed me around the house earlier, like, Mom, you're getting food? I need food? It's like, no, it's not time for your food yet. You're getting a drink? I need a drink. I refilled your bowl yesterday. You're still good. I refill it either later tonight or in the morning. Mom, it's not treat time, Pin Pin. Silly boy. Oh. Are you sure it was a success? Little bug-eyed fellas. I love it though, because Omanyte are the things you stick your hands in the water and they snuffle along your fingers and it tickles and you're good. You stick your hand in the water with an Omastar and you're gonna lose a finger. Thinking about a roly-poly Pokemon again. I don't know why. I think it's a missed opportunity. Give us a bug ground type of which I do not think we have yet. Part of my brain that like desperately wants to take my little Omanyte and like make it bigger so it's the same size as the Omanyte on the screen. I don't know why. Yeah, yes, quit nodding. I'm nodding my head too, but I'm bobbing to the music. I'm not nodding my head like, here, yes, take this revived fossil. 35, okay, so I am on track. And I should be doing 300 again today, unless I just get completely, totally, and utterly run over by the desire to take a nap. There's this video. I haven't watched it, but I've seen it, and it's like, I think it's a parody or something, and I feel like someone might have hand animated it. But it's like the Pokemon anime from the NPCs or from the outsider POVs of like the other characters. And it's like, don't do that to those poor characters. You know the weirdness that the rest of the world probably goes through during the Pokemon movies? a bunch of kids take a Pokemon princess to a mall to dress it up in cute outfits, and then they get attacked by a bunch of Corbink trying to get the princess back because she ran away. God, Pokemon movies are wild. About Detective Pikachu and how apparently Pokeballs are like illegal in Rhyme City, which is dumb. And they're like, but what do you do? You know, they had that one trainer who tried to go in, and they're like, ma'am, Pokeballs are illegal in this town. And they're like, I can't let my Pokemon out, it's too big. And they're like, no, it's fine, Onix and Steelix are perfectly okay. And she's like, it's not an Onix or a Steelix, and it was Giratina. Is wandering around with the Pokemon version of the devil. One of them, at least. Like, how would that work, though? It's like, if you have some sort of accident and there are a bunch of hurt Pokemon, you're going to want to be able to put them back in their Pokeball to keep them safe until you can get them to a Pokemon Center. Like, not having Pokeballs is all well and good in theory. Of course, I imagine the Pokeball not supposed to be being a thing in Rhyme City is more to do with the one dude's evil plot of everyone possessing their Pokemon. But it is still so funny sometimes, because like, yes, you're gonna have someone with a Metagross that takes up the entirety of the sidewalk, or any large Pokemon for that matter. Is like, no, it's like, don't do that. You gotta have a list of Pokemon that you have to have trainers put in, like, their boxes or something. Otherwise it's gonna get very crowded. I mean, could you imagine there being a convention in town and it's plant Pokemon and you get half a dozen people with Meganium and Venusaur and frickin' Torterra and stuff in town? Trying to travel to the convention and just the mess that would be. I didn't mention Pokemon like Tropius because they can fly. I'm gonna sit down and rewatch Detective Pikachu. You fill it in your jellies. I'm a little sad it's been like 7 or 8 years since Detective Pikachu came out and we've not got a second live action Pokemon movie. It wouldn't even have to be a Detective Pikachu movie. Like, guys, you could legit create an original trainer and just give us a basic story about them trying to earn their way to the Pokemon League and stuff. It's basically a sports movie where, you know, the person joins the team and then they gotta work their way up to the championships. I want no story about that queen who has the Arcanine and the Gyarados in the opening scenes of the movie. I thought I heard rain tapping outside, but it doesn't look like it. Not yet. Honestly, if not a live action movie, give us like a live action. I say live action. It's close to live action as a Pokemon movie can be, because it can't all be live action, of course. But give us a little like series just kind of going over the Pokemon world. Give me an episode where we follow around a Nurse Joy in the Pokemon Center and get to hear half a dozen ridiculous stories about stupid things Pokemon trainers and their Pokemon have done. Let us follow around Officer Jenny and a gym leader, a contest coordinator. I want the same thing for the Jurassic World franchise, preferably from when Jurassic World was an actual park before they ended up with dinosaurs all over, which still does not make sense to me. Because look, yes, they had a ship full of dinosaurs. How is it by the next movie they're dinosaurs in such large numbers they've become a thing to be worried about? Like, legit, how did these dinosaurs multiply that fast? Especially considering most of them in Fallen Kingdom were sold to other countries. How do these people in the third one get like 4 Carnotaurs to fight each other when it is not implied that there were 4 Carnotaurs to begin? Well, that is 7 or 8 years down the road. Not 7 or 8, it's 4 or 5? Okay, so that is time enough for them to reproduce. But also, with the ones that got away, it seems like they're dinosaurs. They wouldn't be hard to hunt down and ship back to somewhere they could thrive. I don't know. I don't know how long it would take to get to the point where you have enough of the freaking duckbill dinosaurs to start running around with the wild horse herds. It is kind of fun to think about, though. I did get a kick out of the compies being depicted as just general pests alongside the pigeons in the parks. Because you get the little girl at the end of the third movie? Of Dominion, I think, who's like freaking petting the compy because apparently she's come and fed this thing every day for the past month and now has its struts like it's a stray cat. Oh. Dad's home. Dad's home. I might need to go help unload chairs in a minute. Provided, of course, that he stopped by and got them. He might not have. Because if we do end up going to the movies tonight, we're gonna need a couple chairs. He'll bring his drinks in, though, before he does anything else. Gotta remember not to count this one, because I just did count it. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, let's check this Omanyte real fast. Okay, let me go see if he stopped and got chairs, if I need to help him get him out of the vat. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, he did not end up getting chairs, so there are none of them to get. Alright, another Omanyte down. We're almost finished with the first batch here. Dad was laughing, said he expected it to just be pouring down rain on his way there or either on his way back, and heck, there was a bunch of nothing. Apparently the rain coming in is slow moving. Alright, this should be the last one for this round. Oh, was I one off? I might have been. I do that on occasion. Do a double count on accident sometimes. Nope. Alright, let's close out and restart. Yeah, it should be. Alright, let's go. Round 2 for today. like these listen while you work lo-fi music videos. I don't know if they really count as lo-fi, but they're nice. Of course, I like the lo-fi music videos and stuff anyways. The just sit and chill videos. Honestly, anything that gives me music for like an hour or two at a time. Yeah, it should be here by now according to the weather app. Of course, we could just be getting the edge of it. That happens on occasion. Would you... It's doing that thing where the weather app doesn't want to load. We'll have to see. Cause ain't that how it always goes? Well, sorry, I thought I'm trying to check the weather on my phone. Oh, I'm on daily. I don't know, mine's still saying 0% chance. Sorry. Just sitting here trying to look at the weather and figure out if we're going to the movies tonight or not. I would really like to go, because we were gonna do it last year for Twisters and it just never happened. Oh, we'll do it this weekend. Oh, we'll do it next weekend, and it just kept getting pushed off, and then the movie was gone, and then we didn't get to do it. I have a feeling that might be about what's gonna happen this time, in which case I give up. Would you pop the ad up already so the radar will actually work? Worst thing to ever happen to the weather apps on my phone is all of a sudden they started needing ads. Now it's frozen. You dumb piece of crap. Swear to God, apps are only getting worse and worse as more time goes on. Used to be I could do all sorts of stuff on Discord, could pop in and out and do all sorts of stuff, and it had to reload maybe once out of every 10 times I'd open it. Now it's got to reload every single time. Now YouTube doesn't automatically give you the little drop down on your thing if you go out of it and you're listening to music and stuff. And you start yelling at clouds. Oh, thank you for giving me that thing that I should have gotten with the other one where it stopped responding. Now half my apps stop responding 4 minutes into usage. Oh, am I actually gonna get the weather layer? I'm having a personal vendetta against my phone. Would you... There we go, thank you. Why do you take so long to load? No, I'm done. I'm done with you. Exit. 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 It takes 5 minutes to get off this app. Oh, alright. Let's get back to focusing on these. I have been paying attention, I promise. For the most part. I still find it hilarious that the one time I really want to go see the movie, and we were like, yes, okay, we're going to go see this movie, and it rains. I'm going to stop wanting things at this rate. We'll just have to see how fast this bout of rain blows over, I guess. Come on, dude, I need another fossil. I need about 82 other fossils, but that's beside the point. Running another black market here. Black market Omanyte. That's actually kind of not a bad name. That would totally be a YouTube channel where they talk about like major drama happening in like the Pokemon community and stuff. Talk about scalpers and drama in tournaments and all that good stuff. All the Pokemon websites that you get the fake shinies from that promise you other shinies. Here, you can buy these shinies. All the Etsy accounts that do that too, actually. There are gonna be a dozen Etsy accounts. Is it Etsy or Etsy? I think it's Etsy. There's like, here, we can get you every Pokemon shiny for $10. It's like, what? No, because you're Game Shark in every single one of those. So at one point in time, I was a little tempted, but I was younger and dumber then. We need another water-based fossil Pokemon. Good lord. Because we've got all the Omanyte line. We have the Kabuto line, which is kind of water-based. I mean, it's a water rock type, but Kabutops is clearly meant for both land and sea. Then we have Anorith and Armaldo. The Lileep line as well. Because they are... yeah, they're underwater in Pokemon Snap, if I'm not mistaken. They're based off of anemones? But we need more... we need a Megalodon Pokemon. Or the... I want to say plesiosaurs, but that might not be right. The long neck ones that live in the water. I just like fossil Pokemon in general. More fossil Pokemon, please. Eventually one day I'm gonna get me a second Switch. That'll be a Switch 2 probably, but oh, I wouldn't be able to run them both at the same time. I'd need another capture card. I would need a capture card that would fit beside the capture card I'm currently using. I have to play some Slime Rancher 2 later. Apparently they're dropping little hints and stuff for their next big update. And the drones and stuff are coming back. Which is nice. We need another plot spot area so I can have one to dedicate completely to gardens for extra food. Ugh, getting sleepy again. Cloudy weather. Cloudy, rainy weather. The older I get, the sleepier it makes me. Used to be rainy days were perfect for cozy games, Stardew Valley and whatnot, and now it's like, oh look, rain, it's nap time. I'm gonna get the hiccups, excuse me. Alright, Omanyte 840, it's time for you to be shiny. Aww. Guess we'll find out today if I'm gonna get this in under 1,000 revivals. I wonder if being able to revive Pokemon was at all inspired by Jurassic Park. Because I do believe the book was out around the time the first games released. I'd have to double check that though. I don't quite remember when the book came out. I want to say it was in the early 90s, maybe late 80s. Need to get me hard copies of the books. I have them on my Kindle, and I have them on Audible, but I would like physical copies of the books. There's a part of me that desperately wants to go and collect more of the old Pokemon chapter books for some reason. There got to be so many books for Johto. I stopped collecting as much after the Orange Islands. A bit more because I stopped being in the book order, the little catalogs as much. I think that was my first official book collection outside of things like the Golden Look books and stuff. I don't think those really count. I didn't start reading Harry Potter till middle school. Was that high school? No, that was middle school. Because they finished in high school. And it was Aragon, and then it was Twilight, and Guardians of Ga'Hoole. At least most of the Guardians of Ga'Hoole. Some of the Percy Jackson books. Looked like that person had slowed down to pull in. I want to know what adventure fantasy books in the Pokemon world are like. Especially considering there are places in the Pokemon world that still have kings. And they're still technically kingdoms. That would be interesting though, because Pokemon are already such a broad thing in the world of Pokemon. You can befriend practically any of them. It's not like books where you get kids who make friends with mythical creatures because mythical creatures don't exist. I guess their closest thing would be kids making friends with legendaries. Definitely see there being several stories about people being chosen by the Swords of Justice to learn swordsmanship or something from to help protect the land. I'm sure that's probably a trope. And probably plenty of stories about kids being swept away by fairy-type Pokemon, though given some of the Pokedex entries, that is entirely possible. Especially considering how wild some of the Legends beta folklore got. I kind of like the beta folklore though. I especially like that one Rapidash that was like, you can't kill any other female Rapidash, but you can kill all the male Rapidash you want. And it's like, okay. Still think that Rapidash used that dude to trick the guy who didn't care about what he killed into killing a female so she could kill him. I need to reread some of those. And the poor Typhlosion discourse. Which is funny because in Japanese mythology, badger demons were generally supposed to be easily mistakable for people, I think. Or they were shapeshifters? I'm not quite sure which one. I'd have to look it up again. Of course, 3 or 4 of those stories were just the same story with different Pokemon in them, but they were still fun. I can also see why most of them did not actually make it into Legends Arceus. Except for the Frostlass one. That one made it in. We need more weird Pokemon folklore in games. Hey, can I see the Omanyte, please? Why did you stand there nodding your head for like 20 seconds? I could get rid of that head nod. I could probably fit one more round of revivals in. He's gonna be stubborn. That's okay. But I would like elaboration on some of the Pokemon Pokedex mythos. The Sylveon that fought the Hydreigon. I would like the story behind that, exactly how it happened. If it was an Eevee that evolved during the battle and then defeated it, kind of the underdog story or something, or what? Good lord, that's a riot of noise coming from my dad's phone. He's been watching poorly dubbed Asian dramas. Which have the exact same plot lines as a bunch of the English dramas he's watching because they're all from this, like, same little thing. I was laughing though because he was watching one yesterday. It's like, is the mom dead yet? Has he somehow miraculously found his child? And he's like, yeah, she died 10 minutes ago. Now the dad's reading letters left to him by his dead lover. Like, are they recycling that weird plot line that you watched before, where the chick gives her heart to the dude, and she gets a different heart, and all sorts of weird stuff. Dude starts having heart problems whenever he mistreats his daughter, who he doesn't realize is his daughter because evil chick has her daughter playing his daughter. Freaking soap operas. I could fling myself from a cliff before I would let my life get that dramatic. Yes, I'm giving it here. How I carry around 250 fossils in this bag, I don't know. Same way I carry 999 Ultra Balls, I guess. I should check my numbers after this just to make sure I'm still accurate. Of all these ads that are like, we'll help you find your deleted photos and videos, and it's like, that sounds like a good way to get a virus. I was one ahead. Yeah, I would not give most of you people access for my phone to save my life. I have enough trouble whenever it gets an update and I have to restart it so everything works fine. Need to look up if fossil Pokemon fall under shiny charm mods. I'll do that after stream if I don't forget. Yes, I have another fossil for you. I have 25 more fossils for you. Whew. Whew. Excuse me. Yes, revive my fossily boy. I think we need more east and west Pokemon, or north and south ones. Because we got the east and west form of Shellos and Gastrodon, and never got any more other Pokemon like it. I mean, we got the multiple form ones, yes, but never one's quite divided the same. I'm gonna pop my neck. This main rain just might more or less miss us completely. Please, rain, miss us completely for the rest of the evening. I really want to go to the movies. Only part of this is because I just really want drive-in food. Should have had rain by now, shouldn't we have? Ow. Why are my toes wanting to cramp? I did not mean to open that app. say, do I need to restart my phone so things actually work for a bit? No, there's no light rain. Check my numbers after this one. It should be down to about 15, 16. Okay, I'm one ahead, so I just won't count this one. Let me check the last couple because I was not paying attention for like that one. Alright, we're good. I guess it's gonna do that thing where it just doesn't want to move. I need you smaller. I need you zoomed out. Okay, I didn't need you zoomed out that much. That's a maybe, maybe not. It's a lot of little blobs of rain. Come on, give me the hour again, please. Yes, I want to revive again. It's showing with zero chance of rain. Even though it shows literal clouds over our heads. Just showing it as mostly cloudy. I don't know, we'll see. There we go, that turned off. See if this last dozen will give me any luck. I think the Pokemon World has a version of 99 bottles of beer on the wall. It's obviously not beer, but... It wouldn't be Moo Moo Milk because that's too long to say. But I guess I could just keep it as 99 bottles of milk on the wall. That's what we used to sing when I was younger, I think. Yes, another. If I had a glass, I'd throw it to the floor. I still got a 6 in like 1300 chance here, I think. The odds aren't in my favor for this one, I think. Should do one of these backwards one day. Stick in the shiny odds and then just count backwards until I get it. That would be kind of fun. Oh, I do still have to do the Alolan Meowth in Persian as well. I did forget about that. Well, they're not technically Gen 1, but I did most of the other Gen 6 Pokemon in this. I'll probably move those over to the collective of when I do Gen 8 Sword and Shield hunts. That'll probably be next. Maybe. I'm still not 100% certain. I do need to complete a couple Pokedexes. Okay, that should be 900, but I could be one off. I am one off. Alright, that's round 2 finished. Start round 3 here in a second. I don't need the strap for this one. I just gotta keep pressing A. My Joy-Cons are getting to where they don't want to come off the rails. Huh. Little power button there, I'm assuming. Alright, let's see if I can get this guy before 1,000. I'm still assuming about a week for each one. So the general guess here is 5 weeks for all of these, but it could be anywhere from 5 weeks to 2 months if I just get one that is particularly stubborn about being shiny. Of course, I could also get one that is particularly easy about being shiny. Oh, has it started to rain, maybe? Just a... don't look like it down on the driveway. My windows aren't wet. forecast, it's gonna rain. Rain doesn't get here till 5 hours later. I feel like I'm waiting for it to snow. Please, I miss winter. Okay, actually, let me rephrase that. I miss fall. And winter and spring. Hear half a tune in Dad's video, and now it's got a song stuck in my head. Yes, resurrect another. I feel kind of bad. We didn't go for a walk this morning because it was drizzly and rainy and wet out, and I didn't want to go. But we have about 1 day a week where we don't, so she'll live. Provided it don't just rain a ton tonight and I have to fight puddles tomorrow. We'll go in the morning. Yeah. Uh-oh, snap, crackle, pop. Need to be drawn and quartered. I might start a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game tonight. Just for fun. I mean, I got the better Nintendo Switch Plus for for Pokemon Snap more than anything, really, and it has legit been the only thing I've played on it. I need to play a couple of other games or something and and actually use it, because it cost me $50. We're going back down to the regular one this year, though. I gotta remember to set that up so it cancels instead of renews. Easy on the eyes. Keep their brain sharp. For advertisement for a Mahjong game, I think I've heard about 60 times now. I can't say anything though. I like Mahjong personally. It's fun to play. But Dad gets an ad for it like 7 or 8 times when he's watching stuff on his phone. He had one a few weeks ago. Did you know that this place has this rate? And I walked in one and went, Dad, did you know? And he looked and he goes, hush. I gotta teach you about your ads here, Dad. Of course, he doesn't do the audio dramas anymore. He said the app for him, like, flipped out. Okay, I am one ahead. Check through these just in case, because there's one or two I can't remember paying attention to. To remember to put Jinx and the others in my Pokemon home here soon. Oh, if we're not going to the drive-in tonight, I gotta figure out what we're doing for dinner. Should probably work on eating the rest of those ribs. I love it. I was poking around the Pokemon Center website last night, and they're doing like Tatsugiri is their Pokemon of focus at the moment, and one of the items they have for it is a hat. It is legit just a hat with a big Tatsugiri plush on top. Dude, Tatsugiri are one of the few ones I think they should do a shiny Tatsugiri plush as well as the regular ones. I'm gonna use Tatsugiri in a playthrough eventually. Just for the fun of it. They're gonna sound dumb, but I kind of miss breeding Pokemon hunting for shinies. I spent about 2 months doing it after Scarlet and Violet came out, when I got to the point where the only thing I needed was like version exclusive Pokemon and like one of the other Tatsu forms in the starters. So I bred 14 shiny Pokemon. And it's hilarious though, because I got like all 3 shiny Sprigatito within 70 eggs. Like legit, I got the first one at like 20. And then the second one at like 41. And they're like, okay, this is cute. Now watch the last one take me 300 eggs. And by 60, I had the third one. It was like, never mind then. For Coco, I went over odds on with at least 1 egg, though. I think it was this one for my Crocolore. It hatched on Easter. It's still not raining in here. Like, the concrete and stuff is damp looking, but it looks more damp from just it raining before. I gotta be uncle. We need more Pokemon gallery figures. I was poking through the figures and stuff last night just to see what they had. And it was one of the things that's like, they need some new gallery figures because those were cute. I think I just counted that one twice. Oops. Alright, Doctor, is this my shiny? No, it is not. Alright, almost halfway through this batch. Excuse me. Yes, let's do another. Let's do 57 more of these. Or maybe, hopefully not 57 more. have so many more fossils for you, my dude. You have no idea. I should do a playthrough with an entire team of fossil Pokemon, but I kind of did that already. Not of Let's Go, but of, Sword. He's a famous doctor for this, but he doesn't have a name. Alright, that should be halfway mark. Okay, oh, I'm one over the halfway mark. That's okay. Alright, let's see if... Yeah, oh. I'll restart it for him, I guess. That phone's going wonky. Alright, so I have a 49 in somewhat chance of getting a shiny. Maybe tomorrow if I don't get it today. I still need to check and see if the shiny charm affects fossil odds. Because this might be a full odds hunt for all I know. Check my schedule after this. I haven't today. Alright, and another one. And another one. Oh, I need to check something real fast. Mentioned checking my schedule. Not that one. I want to double check something real fast that I can't exactly... Okay, is it not this one? Because one of these sent me a... Okay, there it is. Okay, now we're good. Sorry, I've been a little little scatterbrained today, but at least I'm not as sleepy brained as I was yesterday. Yes, good sir, let's go another round. Alright, 40 to go. For today, I will be doing another 300 tomorrow, which should bring me more or less 2 odds if odds are shiny charm odds. Excuse me. I'm still curious as to what our third Legends game will be. If they will backtrack and we'll get Unova, or we'll get Johto, or if we'll get Alola and the goings on with the Ultra Beasts and stuff for that one. I mean, I know we haven't got Legends EA yet, but heck, it could not be either of those. It could be Kanto. I feel like it would be Galar or Halea, though. That'd be too soon for a additional game for those, I think. Heck, could do Hoenn and it be a future game. Yes, another resurrection, good sir. Dr. Frankenstein. Or would that make him Henry Wu? Are you mixing our dinosaurs with flying types? No, that's wrong. With Froggies here it would be Poliwag? Of course, this being Pokemon, the scientists in the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies could never be as good as this dude in his little corner of the lab who somehow either figured this out with a team he's just not crediting or by himself. Of course, to be fair, all the other people, except for the ones in Sinnoh and maybe Hoenn, I don't remember where you go to get fossils revived in Hoenn. Oh, the Devoncorp. Never mind. It was implied the dude at like Devoncorp, and then the dudes in the museum at Gen 5. It's implied heavily that like half the people who do this are pioneering the same technology across different regions, like by themselves. which is kind of funny. Actually, no, I think Gen 6 might have kind of hinted at there being a team behind it as well. Excuse me. So curious how we'll be getting the fossil Pokemon in Legends EA. If there'll be items we can find and we take them to be restored, which seems the most likely. Or if we're actually going to have little Aurora and Tyrant roaming around, which maybe? Alright, 27 to go. Well, 26 to go. However many to go. I'm gonna finish here and go do dishes. Not a lot of dishes, but a couple of big things that need washing. Another one down. Got a feeling we ain't getting this guy before 1,000 revivals, which is okay. It would have been nice, but it's not like necessary or anything. My poor pooch. I don't know if it was a spot from where a tick bit her and got it just filled up good, or if she thunked her head on something, but she had this big old sore spot on her head above one of her eyes. It's gone down, thankfully. I was like, oh, baby, what you do? Alright. Check my numbers here, make sure I'm still accurate, or mostly accurate. I am accurate. 20 to go. Anyways, I am hoping to be finished with fossils by at least September at the latest. Of course, it could take me 1,500 revivals to find the Omanyte for Omanyte, and it could take me 200 to find Omanyte for Omastar. Either encounters or revivals. It depends on how many fossils I have left after Omanyte. So I could hit 1,000 here in a couple of minutes, and that 1,000 be the shiny, for all I know. Gotta readjust my number there in a minute. Alright, come on, my dude. Let one of these last 15 or so be it. And I can start hunting for another freer evolution. Yes, another, my good sir. We're going to 1,000 today and 1,300 tomorrow. There's another Omanyte. Should see if the theater, the next town over, is still a thing. One of the towns near us has just a regular sit-down theater. And, I don't remember if it's just a one-room theater, if it's a two-room theater, but it's just a little theater. I'll look and see if that's still going. Hey, Bubba. You just rearrange it? I don't blame you. If I could sleep for 18 hours a day and no one would say anything to me, I'd do it too. Alright, should be about 10 left. I think I counted that one already. I'll check here in a moment. It'll be fine. Have 10 left? 10 left, alright. 10 more Lord Helixes to go. Alright, that one was a no-go. Honestly, I feel like the other 9 are gonna be no-goes as well. I got the Jinx fairly quickly, other than having to rebuild my chain. Excuse me. So it feels like this one's gonna be one that makes me work for it a little bit. I think the one thing missing from this game is just general NPC animations. 'Cause that poor dude has been sitting in the chair for 10 hours at this point, doing nothing. It would add a bit of realism to it if they'd have him like at least lean forward and look through the microscope and maybe fake write some notes or something. And he just looks like a mannequin. Maybe they're all mannequins. They're like the cursed mannequins from Stardew Valley that pop around or like spin in circles. I don't think ours ever moved. I think ours just turned around in circles. Yeah, right. Almost done for the day. Let's check out these last 4 though. Nope to that one. Nope to this one. I can hear my dog snoring. Nope to this one. Alright, this one should be 1,000. If not, I'm one off. Where is my pointer? There it is. There we go, get that recentered. Oh. Check real fast and make sure I don't have another. I do not. Okay, I'm up to 1,000 and still no shiny. I will be back tomorrow to do at least 300 more revivals. So, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.